Hello, folks. Welcome to the stream. Whoop, I should probably fix that. Hang on. I always forget to fix this dang thing every single time. Hang on. There we go. Easy fix. I know, I'm sorry. I keep trying to set it up earlier and earlier, but plans end up falling through. I stayed up a really late time last night getting all the songs for today because I wanted to make sure I was like actually ready and prepared for today. Last thing I wanted was to spend like most of the entire stream grabbing every single song that we were gonna need for today. Anywho, who's all here? Wasim, Valkan Destroyer, Yesterson. Don't gotta work till 5. Well, that's perfect then, because we're gonna be live for roughly about 3 hours. Same amount of time as usual. Also, those here. What drink you got today? I got Pepsi. Kind of my standard. But still a pretty good choice for me. What do y'all got at home? Even if it's just water, I hope y'all got something to drink. I'm just gonna casually lower this a little bit. You did say that, yes. Monster Energy, huh? And what flavor? Soda, nice. What flavor? But yeah, I do want to have these streams be earlier in the day. Truth be told, the only reason why I keep struggling to have it like earlier in the day is just because like stuff ends up happening, especially because of like yesterday was my last day of work for the week. Oh, that was my mic. So I ended up running out of time because I ended up having to spend more of it grabbing this stuff for today. Just original flavor. Zero sugar version. Nice. Taste of battery acid is nice. Hey, I drink soda pretty much every single day, so I'm right there with ya. Anywho, as you read from the title, today we're actually making the 2025 EDM mix. We're not gathering songs this time, although we might still gather some songs here and there. Maybe. We'll see. But in the meantime, I can at the very least say that we will be, for the most part today, actually making the mix. Last week, we collected a lot of material to add to my ever-growing playlist, and now we're going to put that material to practice. We're going to put it to use. And I have a goal this time. Back when I used to do mixes like Global Digitality, the very first ever mixes I ever did, I remember just sitting there and just going one track at a time and just having a lot of fun with it. And I remember during the time that I was making that mix, it was like, it was around this time, but more specifically, it was like, I don't know why, but I have this thing where I attach memories of things to certain like moments that happen in life to music. I attach music to certain moments in my life, and I specifically remember a lot of the time that I spent making the very first ever long form mix of mine, Global Digitality, was during a very rainy season. And so anytime I see rain, I affiliate that with global digitality. I don't know if anyone else, I know several people probably do that, but I know it's like an autistic ADHD kind of thing. Well, as you can see from out there, or not, because it is glaringly bright, never mind. But out there, it is exceptionally cloudy and overcast, which means today is the perfect condition to get into the mindset to do what I want to do. Now, I don't know if we're going to make a crazy mix intro like I have been the last couple of mixes. In fact, let me actually pause Spotify for a bit and switch over to this. I have something kind of cool to show you. So, this right here, what you see here, this is what the 2021 mix that I was originally going to make was going to be starting with. This all right here, all of this that you see here, every single one of these little layers is all a song that I put into this. These are the vocals down here, and then up here are a lot of instrumentals and such, all put together into this 8.5 minute intro. So this is a mix that never made it off the ground, that never got posted, never got shared anywhere. And it sucks because I really like how this turned out, and I never got to do anything with it because, well, it just, the year went by and I never freaking made the mix. I made the intro, outro, and maybe some moments in between, but never finished the whole thing. The thing is, you still have this from 2021. Well, I never get rid of projects. I don't see the point in getting rid of projects when I'm done with them, because you might want to go back to them for any number of reasons. Like, you might want to go back for reference or to grab something that you know is in this project, or to remind yourself of something. There's a number of reasons why you would want to hold on to projects. And in this case, I feel like this is something I want to hold on to because of the fact that and this is going to be a fun little mini announcement, I would like to make a fun little collection that when I make my full return to YouTube, where I'm making full-on content again, one of the things I want to do is something called the Mix Exclusives collection. And Volume 1 would contain snippets of mixes that I had exclusively made for the long-form mixes, but now put into individual videos, so to speak. Making like an album of pre-existing mixes from taken out of the long-form mixes. And that would include some mixes that never actually got released, like this one. Now, this is the intro that I made specifically for the 2021 EDM mix that never got off the ground. And I actually wanted to show you guys this just to give us some inspiration before we actually started this mix for 2025, 4 years later. So I don't know how many of you guys remember a lot of the stuff from that year, but there was a lot. There was Virtual Riot Simulation LP. There was Illenium's, not Fractures, what's it called? Fallen Embers album. There was the collaboration between Dr. Rosie, Trinergy, and Chime. Murata was making Malignant Volume 2. There was Disciple, not Alliance, Reinforcements Volume 4, I'm pretty sure it was called. Subsidia was first becoming a label. Rez and Death Pact had a collaboration. Some AU5 stuff, you know. Oh, and the freaking huge mega collab between Ophelia. A lot of stuff from 2021, and a lot of big stuff too. And my first ever track that had vocals that I ever released. So I got to have a lot of fun with that, needless to say. Some Set the Sky. We have, of course, some Uli. what else do we have? We have what was it? What was it called? Oh yeah, Pixel Terror, back when they were a duo still. And I still miss that. But regardless, let me go ahead and share with you guys this mix that never got off the ground, never made it anywhere, that I might release as a mix exclusive in the collection. This will give us some good inspiration for when we start the 2025 mix. Here we go.
No matter where you are in life, you might feel like you wasted too much time or that it's too late for you to get wherever you're trying to go, accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. And that is the worst thing that you could ever possibly do for yourself. Be your biggest critic and your biggest cheerleader.
It's There Are No Limits before it became There Are No Limits.
Have faith. Don't give yourself any limits, because there are none. There are no limits.
Oh yes, Sleepless. I forgot about that. I was so proud of In You with Chloe. That was still, yeah. Brave Soul. Just wait, it's about to get intense. Look at all this. And this is just before it even gets into it.
Alright, okay. I'ma bring this motherfucker down. Peace on. Watch me burn it all down.
Oh, there's that mega collab I told you about. Also in due time. Cheers. Oh, but look at all of this. Look at all of this. You know this is gonna go stupid.
Watch me burn it all down. Watch me burn it
Yes. The answer is yes. Zombie Striker, good to have you. God, look at all these tracks. That is true. We never said goodbye. We're not done. This channel ain't finished. We're entering the Renaissance era. That was the 2021 intro that never got released. And I am really sad that it never got released. You know, that it never got off the ground. But I am hoping that it will eventually have its place on the channel with the Mixed Exclusives collection that I hope to release sometime in the coming year. We shall see. I mean, the channel is, like, put it this way. I started making mashups and mixes in 2015, September of 2015. We're 10 years later. I've amassed a lot of stuff since then. I say that it's time we create a fun little collection out of that. I know. I should have released it at some point. And I had an outro as well that never got off the ground for a few reasons. And I don't have that ready, so I'm not going to share that. Not at the moment, at least. For now, we're going to get straight into the makings of a brand new mix. Behold the blank canvas. And I also, because I took the liberty of downloading all the songs ahead of time, I have them here in Virtual DJ, synced up and ready to go. All I need to do now, whoop, not that, is decide on... All I need to do now, essentially, is just decide on which songs to start with. How do I want to go about starting this? There's a lot that you can do with this, I'm sure. How can you get this? Get the intro or the mix exclusives? I'm not sure I know what you mean. I wish I could sort by genre. Oh, this virtual DJ? It's free to download, so I just recommend looking up virtual DJ and just downloading it. It's free. I have a license for the pro version, but you don't need it in order to use it for mashups and mixes and all that stuff. You will need it if you want to not have to worry about... come here, you. Using a proper DJ controller for it, because that's what the pro license is for, is the ability to use any controller you want in it on any device. That kind of thing. I'll bet you $10 that it has to do with cold breaks. Whatever your idea is. Well, dang. Slash Inferno, huh? Alright. Well. Anywho. Colbrix is staying for the drops. Well. What's tricky is that I don't really know all of the songs 100% off the top of my head. So we just got to experiment for the most part. We got to listen to what we currently have and just try stuff, essentially. I know I want to save some stuff for, like, the finale. So, like, I know I want to save some stuff, like... So that intro that I did, where it had, like 40 songs in it, I do remember it being, like, 40 or 41 specifically. I do remember that. The outro had like 10 or 12, I think. But we can totally save a bunch of stuff for the finale to make like this cool little outro. So like akin to, where is it? If I go by artist name and I go to Alinium, he does these really sick intros and finales that inspire me, especially, I feel. That is why I do the intros and outros that I do, because he inspired me to do them. He does these really cool finales and intros where it's like culminations of a lot of his music put together to put on for his live events, for his live shows. And they are so well constructed, man. So well constructed. But for the intro, I want to go back to my roots. I don't want to necessarily do a really grand intro this time. Not to the degree that I did for the 2021 mix. Instead, I want to kind of take essences of that and go back to my days of global digitality, where I started with like 3 or 4 songs and then just gradually worked my way through that. You know? Because back then, I wasn't worried too much about making this grand, exceptionally large thing. I just wanted to do something cool that sounded good. So that's what we're aiming for today. What are we thinking? Oh, right. You know what? I should also, while I'm at it, grab my own songs and put them into this. Where is it? MP3. My songs. Summer album material. Because I do have my own tracks that I could probably stand to add. Copy, paste. And spoiler alert for my own album, for those of you who are interested. But I'm aiming for 10 tracks for that sucker. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, this stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, cool. What tempo am I thinking of starting at? Either house tempo or dubstep tempo. Or I could start maybe with mid-tempo. That is very loud. I am so sorry. Hang on, let me go in half so I can still hear myself. But yeah, I just need to like decide on something. So I do have some Violet Pony. It is going to be really hard to use Love and Pony Step because it is like 10 minutes long and has so many sections to it. It's ridiculous. It's also a little frustrating that Daybreaker and Nightmare Night are only ever uploaded on like... Oh, actually, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Hang on. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Hang on. Yeah. Duh. I don't know why I didn't just do that. I should follow them while I'm at it. Yeah, okay. I was struggling trying to find Violet Pony's Nightmare Night just by itself because, unfortunately, they have the interesting choice. They make the interesting choice of never uploading tracks just like, you know, on their own, unless it's like a pre-release for an album. Otherwise, they just release entire albums and EPs, or in this case, an AB, just on its own. Where is it? I know I just... okay, how about refresh now? There you are. There we go. Yes. And there's a ton that I can... There's a ton that got released this year, too. There's, the Monster Cat 10-year Undertale anniversary. There's the Virtual Riot Stealing Fire remix pack. There's the Snowblind remix legacy pack. There's Sudden Death with his frickin' Void Volume 2.5 everything that he released. A couple Temanite tracks, a couple Fat Rat tracks. The Real Madman releasing his own EP, which I still need to listen to. There's Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. There's Skrillex with all his everything with like FUS and the new freaking EP that he released. There's Knock 2 with his album. There's Exobolt releasing a compilation. There's Neoluminum releasing Volume 3. There's me with my own album that's close to being released. Eliminate doing an EP. Eptic doing an EP. Desex doing an album, which I still need to finish. Dubload's coming back. Chime switching up his sound completely. Needless to say, there's a lot. Why are you... Are you not? Oh, it's... I hate when they do that with the titles. What do you guys think? Should we do house like I did with Global Digitality, or should I do dubstep? You know what? While I'm thinking about it, that reminds me, I could show you guys the 2024 EDM mix intro that I never released, because I tried actually getting back into doing the end of year mixes last year, but this also never got off the ground. So maybe I could show you that as well, because this one's also dubstep. I didn't do a massive like mega drop with like 20 tracks in one drop, but I did at the very least kind of do that kind of thing where it's like a bunch of, you know, vocal samples kind of spliced together. Think of it like the 2020 mix that I did, but, you know, expanded on even more. Because I like that idea of going off of, you know, showcasing what was released this year, like in little tiny little hints and snippets before fully like sharing the mix as a whole. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But first, oh, right. Vocals, here we are. All right. I haven't pulled up this project in a little while, so bear with me. Here we go. I'm going to pause this for a sec. Let's see if I remember what this... I don't know about that. It feels a little early, Storm Gamer. It would be cool to see Mixcraft 11, but I have no idea. But I do not think it'll be that soon. But anyways, this is what I was gonna do for 2024. So maybe this will also give us some good inspiration as well. That is immensely loud. Hang on a sec. Let me turn this down so I could still hear myself. I love this song so much. You did, Zombie Striker. Right, Poison was released that year too. Out of Frame, one of Shark's last tunes. Before he came back, but still. Heart.exe is easily one of my favorite tracks of last year, for sure. So there's still a big dubstep drop. Not nearly as many tracks, but still. I know, we're getting inspiration. Neither of those songs are from this year, so no. What did I do for this? Hang on. Something stupid. Oh, hold on. Nimda.
Here we go again.
And then it never went any further than that. It's a shame because it sounds really cool. Oh well. Regardless. Okay, y'all said dubstep. So I think that's what we'll go with then for the intro. So, whoop, hold up. So let's go sort by BPM, key then BPM. And we'll go with anywhere from... You're 138? That's interesting. This song is an absolute must. Without question. It's an absolute must. How does this one go? That won't work for the intro, but that is definitely a good contender. Shoot. What's this one? Y'all suggested this one. This is one of the very trancey ones. I think it would be really cool if we had something dubsteppy and then it went into trance like this. Whoa, what do we have here? I'm gonna come back to that song a little later. Not for this. No way that was released this year, but yeah. There's no way I'm using this for the intro. It's way too heavy. It's way too dark, but... How'd it go? Yeah, that's definitely a good one. The Tokyo Machine EP, yes. That's a lot of good stuff. Fuse, another good one. The Return of Bro Step, which is wild to say. Some good stuff. Sounds like something AU5 would usually produce. Absolutely, which is why I'm thinking like, so like, how about we start with some heavy dubstep? Like we start off melodic, but then it like leans into heavy and dark a little bit. Then it slowly goes into more melodic dubstep. Then we get into trance, and then we just freeform it from there. We just go from there, you know, something like that. I do have my own track somewhere in here. Where are you? Hang on. Where's mine? Where am I? I'm in the 150 range. I know that much. Is it here? Where am I? There I am. There's me. Interesting. I mean, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it would be hard to find. I could certainly, like if you Google virtual DJ, it's literally the top result. Just look for, here, I'll show you. It's this logo right here. This is the website you're looking for. You literally just Google virtual DJ, and it's this right here. Trust me, these days it would be hard for someone to accidentally upload a virus or download a virus. Let's see. Could I maybe incorporate Love and Pony Step? It is in the dubstep range. It's just that there's so much going on, so I gotta figure out how I would incorporate it. There's like 5 whole sections to this thing.
This is the way.
95.
The huntress watches.
In a past life, I still had red eyes, seeking a path makes a smile.
That's some new age Skrillex kind of stuff. I like it. Oh, but I remember there was some part over towards the end, like over here. The classic samples. How did this drop go? Hang on. It's straight up just Skrillex. Come on. Okay, this song I think we could use for the intro. Like this part right here for part of the drop. As well as maybe this for part of the drop. Yeah, I do think that some genres go pretty well together. It just depends on how you execute it. Duckstep. This is an absolute contender. I mean, come on. This song is what kicked off my 2025 Spotify playlist, which, by the way, hang on. I'm going to do this for y'all. I'm going to do this for y'all, and then I'm going to pin this message. So anyone that would like to check out the Spotify playlist of all the songs that I have here, they can do so through there. Thunderclap. Yeah, Exobolt, that's right. I'd have to pitch it up. How'd the drop go? Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. What does this song sound like when I put it into F minor? I wonder.
Does no one know who they're dealing with?
Oh, I'm gonna need to put some format shift on it to fix it. What does the chorus sound like, though?
Boys coming, I can see the clouds. No running's gonna save you now, and heart rate is gonna fall down like gravity.
Maybe boost the lows a little? Something like that, yeah. How does MVP go? I can't use every single dubstep drop, obviously. I'm just trying to find the ones that I think would work the best for this.
From the dead. Let's go.
Oh, Ray Volpe? Come on. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Danger. How does Danger go? Fair enough. Scary Pretty Paradox. Yeah, that's a little too far away. What else do we got? That's F sharp. So if I were to lower the key to that.
I'm running away from my past I left behind.
That's doable.
Just for tonight, let your thoughts be free.
What did we get for the second drop, though? Come on, come on. I could also take some stuff from down here as well in the 140 to 145 range and bring it up a little bit. But in order to do that, we first need to take this and bring it to... Let's do 150. Let's just keep it simple. We don't need to overthink it. Let's take everything from here. Scroll down. Click. And click and drag all of these samples into here. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. Actually, no. Cancel. 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 I have an idea. I want to sort these by alphabetical order instead. So I'm just going to do that. I think that's the best way to go about this. Oh god, this is going to take a while. You know what? I'm just going to make it easier on myself. Kinda. Oh, Mixcraft and your ever-growing problems. Ever-growing list. Just gonna do that. New. And now let's try that again. Just let that do its thing. And in the meantime, let's check in. How are y'all doing? What song failed? Oh, really? The bad computer song. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. Noted. I have that ready to go. Made a project where all the songs I have to use are saved. Nice. Well, I hope that goes well for you. I should have done this earlier, but we're here now. Don't have to redo them every time I do a mashup. Are they saved as in you have them like saved and ready to put into the project file, or saved as in you've put them in the project file and like tempo synced them? Right now I have 200 tracks ready. My goodness. That's pretty close. That's over what I have right now, which is like 191, including my own stuff. The keys are ready, tempo is ready. I should have done that with my own songs, but like I said, I ran out of time completely. So, unfortunately, that didn't quite work the way I had hoped. If I were to highlight every file in here, yeah, 191. That's how many files I have in here. It's crazy to think about. It's gonna be so cool getting this thing started. I think getting the intro started is gonna be the hardest part. Once I have the intro started, all the rest is gonna fall into place pretty quickly. Know what I mean? Oh, so like you're making your own like global digitality in a way. Lay it on me, Stormer Gamer. I almost called you Stormer Gamer. That's incorrect. Man, it's kind of cool looking through all these songs and seeing like all of the kind of stuff that like you remember throughout the year. That is true, but like the intro itself is the hardest part is what I'm saying. It's because you want it to be a good start. You want to hook the listener. And also you want to keep it fun. Like I said, I can't believe this is the first time I'm bringing this out. The paintbrush, remember that? That's our little symbol that we got to keep things fun around here. That's our little thing. Download over 1,000 songs. You're a smart man dividing them by genre. I got to do that. I don't even do that unless it's for the Halloween mix. There's all the sudden death stuff. We finally made it to that. Oh, shoot. I didn't see your message, Storm Gamer. My bad. I didn't see you actually made a suggestion. I completely skipped over that by accident. Interesting. I heard a lot about K-pop Demon Hunters. I never watched it. I know my roommate would absolutely probably be really all over that. It seems like it's up their alley. To some capacity, at least. How am I doing in life? Vibing, I would say. Nothing too spectacular, but it doesn't need to be. We're almost there. We gotta be, surely. We're in the U's. There's a lot of you. There we go. I had to do a lot of renaming for some of the tracks because of the fact that some of the tracks, the characters in them are very... How do I put this? Mixcraft has a hissy fit whenever anything that has to do with foreign characters comes into play. All right, I can delete this track because I don't need it. If it'll let me. There we go. And now I can make a... I don't need to make a new one because I have this one now. Genesis. I meant to just delete this one. And bring this one to the top. All the way to the top. This is the one unfortunate part about using this technique, having individual tracks for every single song, is that it unfortunately means you then have to scroll so much in order to get to what you need. What was it? It was the bad computer track that I needed to re-add because it didn't want to work for some reason. This one. I'm going to have to do a bit of rename. I had to do a bit of renaming in order to make it work. So there's supposed to be an arrow there, but Mixcraft doesn't like that. Which is why it thought, oh, bad formatting. It's not bad formatting, but it doesn't know that. Okay. Anywho, let's do this. So, what did we want? Did I close out a virtual DJ? What? I didn't mean to. Virtual DJ, what are you doing? There's Task Manager. I was gonna say... I don't care. Stop it. Ah. All right, where were we? We were up here, and I remember I wanted... It was my own song... For my own sake, I'm going to take all of these from here to here, and I'm going to, let's see. Properties. Let's make them all small. They don't need to be big. I wish I could up the text size, though. I don't need to worry about effects for now. This is kind of small, actually. Just a little. To a fault, honestly. Normal? That's what normal looks like. All right, fair enough. I guess for now I'm fine with keeping it as is. Interesting. What is that? That's the... Oh, okay, gotcha. I do wonder if there's a way to up the text size, because if I could do that, that would be extremely helpful. What does the virtual DJ do? A number of things. So, first off, you could set it to where you have all of your tracks. You can sort by artist name and title name, but you have to actually title the files themselves correctly. So, over here is where I have all of the songs. I have them in reverse alphabetical order for when I was adding them to the project. But this is how you have to have them titled. You have to have the artist name. You have to have the title next to that. Then if it's a remix, you need to have that in parentheses and put it over here. Stuff like that. Because then that'll show up in the remix section over here. So anything that's in brackets after the title will go over here. It scans the file for what BPM it's in, what key it's in, and in some cases, if a track has multiple tempos in one song, you can right-click a track, hit BPM editor, and hit reanalyze multiple BPM, and it'll add multiple tags throughout. Just as a general kind of idea. It's really helpful for getting a good start on figuring out what songs will work well with what. It's not the most accurate when it comes to the key of a lot of songs. BPM it's generally pretty good at, though. I do wonder, hang on. Interface. Is there any way to upscale the size of the text? I'm going to actually look that up over here, because that will be immensely helpful. Doesn't seem like that's an option. That's a shame. Which... There you are. This one. So I need to bring this one all the way to the top. Undertale soundtrack did appear in some really great... I'm not surprised. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add in a submix track. Not at the very bottom. Thank you very much. There we go. I'm going to put you in that. And I'm going to call it mix. So anything that is not in use, I'm going to put in this other submix track. Ready to use. That's what I'm going to do. So let me highlight all of these. Put them all in there. Give it a sec. It needs some time to do its thing. Don't crash on me, please. That would be very upsetting. You can do it, buddy. I know you can do this. I think it froze on me. Oh, nope, there we go. Okay. But now, because I did that, check this out. Boom. Now they're all collapsed and ready to use. And I can mute them. Right. So this needs to be set to -9. And so does every other track. Because we don't want them to be too loud. Set exact volume to -9. And they're all set to that now. Okay. Now, anything that goes in here, I will resize to be normal. Because when it's in here, it's good to go. When it's in here, I want to scroll through them pretty quickly. Why can't I not just move this over? That's so lame. I have to rely on this. Whatever. Love and Pony Step, I remember we said we were going to use. Let's just drag it all down here so that when I close it, it's ready to go. I'm not going to use voltage just yet. Civ, good to have you here. Skrillex and Space Lace's recovery. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and drag it up. What's the point in not doing that? I don't see a point in not doing that. What's next? We have Duck Step. Yes. Temanite and Chime. Can I just copy this and paste it? No, I can't. It doesn't work that way. God, that's so lame. I really wish that, I think that one of these days I should, like, do a full review of Mixcraft and, like, make a video on, like, what things I would change in terms of, like, making it more, you know, user-friendly in some particular aspects and such. Sample Bandit, I remember, was one of them. Where are you? Sample Bandit. This is why I wanted it all in alphabetical order, because then I could, like, find it a lot easier. Yes, Duck Step is an absolute must. It's actually the track that kicked off the 2025 EDM playlist that I made on Spotify. All right, what do we have next? We have not Gravity. That'll come later, I think. Should then make a tutorial. A tutorial, sure. That's not what I'm talking about, though. Do I add this? If I do, I'd have to up this. That wouldn't work for this particular drop. We're doing like a standard drop, I think. Get Smacked, I think. That wouldn't work for that, I don't think. What did Danger sound like?
Or you're dealing with
Fascinating. Certainly different from how I remember. How's this one go? Oh, wait, no, that's very different. That's C sharp minor. Man, it really messes up the keys sometimes. It does not know what to do with some of them. Cosmic Fracture I could probably use. Yes, I think that's a good one. Des Ex is probably... And that, like, drawn-out opening... This right here, I think, is a perfect addition. That would be a pretty good way to open things up, I think. So let's grab that. Let's find... Where are you? Des Ex. Cosmic Fracture. Interesting that they reused it for their own album, but I guess it's not a bad thing. In fact, it means we get to use it here. It's really nice. I think I said I wanted to use Teminite and Boom Kitty's Danger. Did I? I think I said that. There you are. Drag you up. Nice. And then... What else do we got? Don't care. None of that, none of that, none of that. Not that. Like, obviously, we don't want to overdo it. But we do want to make this an interesting opening. Like, come on. We do at least want that. That is cool that Teminite got to be on NCS. I will agree with that. Oh, is this... That's E flat, E, F... I'll probably save that one, actually. Don't think it works for this. No, not you. How does this sound in F minor?
Let's go. Like I got cheat code.
What if I up the tempo to 150? Let's put that on the back burner. Whoa. Cool. So if I do this... Okay, cool. I like that. How did this one go? Good stuff, but that's not gonna work for this. We have another Des Ex track. How did the opening go, actually? You know what? Who says we can't use more than one track from one artist? This is our mix. We could do whatever we want. Remember the paintbrush? We could do whatever we want. Damn it. I'm already out of my drink. That's a shame. Screw 'em. I really need to finish the Deus Ex album. Maybe after the stream, I'll go ahead and start listening to a bunch of albums. Just so that I could add it to the list of stuff to add to this. How'd this one go?
Everything crisp and everything.
Yeah, that is F. That's not, I don't think that would work for that, personally. This could, Everett Maxwell? Oh, come on. Yes. And it has a super long build-up? Oh, that's perfect. That's like color tear out almost. God, Everett Maxwell is so good. All right, so that's Virtual Riot. Everett Maxwell remix. There you are. Drag you up. I can't add... Well, maybe I can. I was going to say I can't add Fuse because the key is too far away, but I wonder if I maybe could. I wonder... Where's Fuse? Where's Fuse? Where are you? A classic song. I'm going to add this song to my nostalgia playlist. There you are. Yes. Oh, it's already in my nostalgic selections playlist. Dang it. There you are. All right, what do you sound like in D, E flat, E, F? This could also work for part of the intro. Wait, hold on. What does it sound like when I up the BPM to 150? And then what about the second drop? I think maybe what I could do is use the first drop for the opener and the second drop for later. Because you know how I love to have songs come back later on in a mix? I could totally do that for this too. Absolutely. A lot of scrolling. We currently have we currently have 9 tracks in here. Let's add like a couple more and then go from there. What's this one? No, that won't work. Cool, but won't work for this, I don't think. That could work well with Move Ting by Skrillex and Moody Good, maybe. It's got that kind of flow to it that I think would work well. What about you? Oh, this is already an F? Oh, that's perfect. Again, let's put it in the right tempo. That could work, yeah. That has some potential. I'm down for that. Let's give that a try. Where are you? Barely alive. Barely alive. Hands up. I should do something snowblind. So, that's house, that's house. What is the modus in... I know that's Ancient 001, technically. How's that one go? That's that one. Where's the other one? I know there's another.
You keep doing it for through. This is reality. You only live it once, so wake up from your dream. Just for tonight, let the lines get blurred. Let your thoughts be free. Let your thoughts be free.
Right, I forgot they changed the key a whole bunch. I don't know if I could use that just yet. It's a little much. What about... Could I get away with this right away if I up the tempo to 150? I kind of want to add a different snare to it, because I feel like the snare doesn't really, like, hit as hard as I would like. But I totally could. I have the means to, thanks to Splice. Good old Splice. I just need to pick a snare that would work. And as you can see here, I've got a bunch of options, to say the least. We do love Temanite. Yes, we absolutely do. Also, not every single one of these songs is going to make the cut. I'm just going to say that right out of the gate. It would be unrealistic for me to say that every single song will make it. This is just a selection of tracks to work off of to give us some ideas. That's like classic dubstep. All right, let's see if we can do at least one more, maybe. Royal Blood, maybe?
Let's go back to the...
Maybe. Oh, and then there's Pantheon. Yes. Okay. I have an idea. So this song, from Zomboy, and the Pantheon 2 track. Let's go with those two and go from there. That's what I'm thinking. Bring these two here. And then, where are you? There you are. Ophelia Mega Collab. Yes. We could probably add more later, but for now, I think this is good as is. Let's up the size of these, because now they're in here. Properties. That's cool that you could just use hotkeys to do that. There we go. Wait, do you just... Oh, okay, gotcha. So if you hit it enough times, it'll restart. That makes sense. All right. Now we have all the material we need to get started, so let's get started. We'll set the tempo to 150, and all this song we're going to put into the key of F minor. Oh, right, I forgot. My own tracks don't really need any adjustments, which is nice. This track... Okay, that's ready. Duck step. Where's the kick? That's already an F, so we don't need to worry about that. It's already in 150, but I might as well, because you never know. Good stuff. Can you recognize song keys by ear? I can, yes. It's something called perfect pitch. Not everyone can. It is kind of a thing that is... You either can do it or you can't. Oh, I should save this project file. Whew. That would have sucked if I lost all that. But yes, I can recognize song keys by ear. Okay, so first off, pitch that up by 2. Is Sample Bandit really in 152? Interesting, it actually is. I didn't even realize that. Oh, that was like perfect. I should start downloading stuff from SoundCloud more often. Right. Cosmic Fracture needs to be 1, 2, 3. Use project tempo. That's 150. Was that also? Yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. Yeah, that's right on beat. Okay, yeah, I gotta start downloading stuff from SoundCloud more often because it genuinely like makes things so much more easy. Danger. Set you to 150 as usual.
You're shaking hands with danger.
There you are. Yes. You're shaking hands with danger. Can you change the octave if keys are so low? That's not ideal. You can if the song is low quality enough and you have the ability to do 2 tracks that are an octave apart. That's what I used to do for Global Digitality. So let's say I had to really shift the key of a song. Like, let's take my own song, for instance. Let's say I wanted it +6. That's really high. Actually, let's go even further. +8. That is incredibly high. So what I used to do was to accommodate for that is I would duplicate it, and so that's +8. This needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 semitones is 1 octave. So 12 semitones down makes it -4, and that makes that. Put them together. That's like a very classic trick that I used to do back in the days of global digitality. If I were to continue to do that to this day, what I would probably do to accommodate for that is, for one, lower this by a lot, like -15, and put a low pass filter on it. So like, just solo this. Boost the lows, and then do the opposite on here, on the highs. So fab filter, and let's do right about there. Something like that. What do these two sound like now? Does sound cool. But yeah, it's generally not a good idea to change a key that high or that low for that matter. So if you can avoid it, I would recommend avoiding it. But if you have to, that is what I would recommend doing in order to get the best result out of it. Where were we? We were on... Is it actually? Oh, shoot, it is. Huh, okay. Some pretty good stuff on the NCS profiles over here. But yeah, that trick is what I used to do back during the days of global digitality, all the way up to even the 2020 mix. I used to do it. It's now rarer and rarer these days that I do it, but some days it is necessary to a degree, I feel. It really depends on the application, I feel. God, this song is going to be so perfect for the intro. Like, this song in particular is perfect for this. This one's 140. I do know that. And it's in D, so 1, 2, 3.
Don't get mad at me.
God, that's so wild to hear that sound in a new song in today's day and age. It's so cool. Oh, the song playing now. Ooh. That's cool. For me, I always like to set it higher if I had to. Yeah, I would too. I don't like setting songs below their original key if I don't have to, unless it's like 1 or 2 pitches. Otherwise, It feels like it muddies it a little too much. I'd rather chipmunkify it than Satanify it, if that makes sense. This is probably 1/4. Yeah. At least it's already in the right key. Oh, we're right there. Snip, snip, snip. Cool. And then, of course, Snowblind. And that's an F sharp, which means down 1. This is one of the few instances where I have to go down 1. Do one of your messages get deleted? I don't know, actually. If it did, I don't remember. All right.
Running away from the past I left behind.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've listened to this song a dozen times. I still don't know all the lyrics to it. Where are you? Where's the... There you are. I see you. Yeah, the percussion is very... kind of hidden, I think. QPS, good to have you. How are you? And what drink of choice you got? For me, I have melting ice, because I'm out. This could help for the, like, very beginning of the intro for sure. Right, this track. This is going to be difficult to work with. I know what section of it I want to use, though, for sure. I know what section I want to use.
I need some milk.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was half tempted to actually bring you a cup of milk like that. You know what? I'm gonna do that next time. It's done.
Hey, cheers, mate. Appreciate it. My roommate to the rescue, ladies and gents. Good stuff. Guess I just gotta remember to have a backup drink on hand. Ah, man. But yes, I have no drink, but I'll fix that. Yes, please do. Get yourself a beverage. Refresh yourself while you're here. Please, by all means. Like, there are a lot of drops in here, and I'll probably use some later, but for now, there's one in particular I'm looking for.
Left side.
There you are, right there. That little snippet right there. Is it actually? Wait, hold on. What tempo is this? I assumed it was... Where are you? There you are. I assumed that this was 150. Is it not? Hang on. Reanalyze multiple BPM. No, it is. I guess I just... Oh, right. Duh. I didn't like, shift it over just yet. Or... I guess I didn't know... Is my message not like that not showing? Yes, 12 semitones is an octave. I would also recommend looking into... You're not going to need to use it very often for mashups, but sometimes, like in the case of... Especially in your case, Colbreaks sometimes uses half semitones. Not by choice. Sometimes that's just how his stuff exports. So sometimes, like, take Arcade, for instance. If you pitch it by half a semitone, like, by default, I can up this by one semitone at a time with the arrow keys. But you can also go 0.5, and it'll sound like this. Where it's in that place in between two keys. So this is an F minor, but when I put it into 0.5, it went into that space between F and F sharp minor.
Tune is brought to you by Darkest Percival 95.
Which is interesting. It still sounds like it's... Oh, nope, that's still F half sharp. Kind of like that. I feel like... All right, let's now go over to the drop I was looking for. It's over here. No. F. I mean, it's lined up all right, but... Let's just have that, like, ready to go. I don't know, like, I know that that's the section I'm gonna use. Yeah. I feel like this year is the return of bro step. I really want to learn how to make bro step just for the, like, because it's just so fun, man. But I'm not at the skill level of sound design yet to be able to pull that off, I don't think. I'm sure if I gave it a try, maybe, but at the time that I'm at the current, like, rate that I'm at with my own sound design, not really. I'm not quite there yet, I don't feel. Did it just line up perfectly? Ah, so close. Easy fix, though. Just gotta... Whoop. That works. List all the steps genres in 1 minute? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. This track's gonna be interesting because it has like 6 different sections. This one might be tricky to work with because of how diverse it is. This one might actually be a good one to pair with Snowblind VIP, maybe. That could work. Hold on, but I still gotta line it up. I don't like that. Hang on, where was that first drop? It's so close. Sometimes it comes really close. This sounds like a drop that Illenium would make for one of his track openings or like one of his VIPs or something, which I like. I like that a lot. Every genre that ends in step. Oh, there are way too many to list. I can't even like think of all of them. I don't pay attention to that necessarily. I pay attention to a few different genres, but like not nearly enough to be able to know the different types of genres that end in step. The ones you know. Dubstep, half step, I guess vomit step if we're going with made up genres too. All genres are made up. I doth return, had to adult. Hey, no worries. Death step, I guess. Whoop step, that's another made up one, I feel. Like, the only one that I know that does that is MDK. Bro step. Trying to send one specific message, it's not showing up. Send me a DM. You have my, you have both of my accounts available. Send me a DM on either of my Discord accounts and try to... What the heck is sidestep? Oh, I mean, that's a song. That's not an actual genre. What kind of step is half metal, half EDM? Because that's what... Metal step, I guess? Two step, yeah, sure. Drum step, sure. Half step, yeah. Vomit step, bro step. Yeah. Club step, my god. Boo. Nah, I kid. All right, but all of the tracks are in order and ready to go. Oh, hold on. I have an idea.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Oh, that would be cool. And then we do freaking some big... Wait, hold on. Actually, You seeing the vision?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Ah, shoot. Hold on. Right there. Almost there. Or maybe this does need to be forward by 1. Y'all seeing the vision?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Y'all see the vision? This mix Alan Walker, Faded, and Now City Fireflies. Faded is a pretty good classic song. It's in my Nostalgic Selections playlist. I feel like when we go back to the Anything Goes mix, I might draw heavily from that playlist because it's got a lot of good stuff. Where are all the tracks that have a really long... Oh, maybe this could be the opener track. Interesting. I wonder if it's the name, if it's the artist name that's causing it to not show up. That would be weird. Or maybe it's because you're mentioning SoundCloud by name. What if you say SC instead of SoundCloud? Try that. I want to... No, SoundCloud works. Now, don't worry about the Discord ping. Try saying the name Toxic. Yeah, SoundCloud works, but try Toxic. Okay. It's interesting because it doesn't even show up as a, it doesn't even give me, it doesn't prompt me to do any moderations to let a message through. Sometimes it does that, but not in this case, I guess. That's interesting. Okay, I think Fuse and Snowblind remix would make for a good opening. And then Royal Blood and Cosmic Fracture would make for, like, when we want to pick up the energy a little bit. Let's play this out a little bit and see where it should go. Is this where? There it is, there it is. So I gotta have the lyrics line up to that section. Y'all see the vision? Whoa! I didn't anticipate that. That kind of... I didn't think they were going to align all that properly, but I didn't expect it to, like, go back and forth between each other. That's kind of cool. Polyrhythm? I don't know. Polyrhythm is like 4/4 temp, 4/4 rhythm mixed with triplets, like 6/8. All right, let's listen to this through. We're just gonna get the structure going first, and then we'll edit from there. Oh, that's why. That would explain it. There's a little gap there. I completely missed that. You know what? I'm keeping it because it kind of well, it sounds a little awkward at first, actually. Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds kind of cool, but it comes in pretty awkward. I'm gonna cut this. What sucks is that it slows down a little bit here. What if I did this? Y'all kind of see the vision here? Something like that, I think. Something like that. Oh wait, it's building up a little too quickly. Dang. I think what I need to do is pull out Ultimate Vocal Remover. And if it'll load. I forgot it takes a little while for it to load. Oh. Bring that over here. It really takes a while, doesn't it? Quaz, good to have you. I would say it's been well. We got ourselves a good foundation to start, and now that we've got that, I feel like the rest of this is going to go smoothly once we get the intro going. All right, so we got this. Let's go to MP3. Where are you? Oh, it's in MP3. We go to yearly mixes 2025, and let's go to Snowblind. Oh, not, select input. Sort by name. Sort by... We're in MP3, yeah. Okay, it took some time to load. Where are there more folders? There are more folders. They're just not loading properly. Come on, I need you to load, please. There we go, there we go. What did I click on? What if I just do this? I should have done this first. All right, we're looking for... Wait. Let's get rid of all this. I don't need any of this. This one. Select output. Put it into acapella stems. Yes. And we want... I assume leaving both of these unchecked means that it will do both of them. Get you playing for my drive to work and then I gotta go. Well, it's good to have you regardless. Excited to see the results. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yes, vocal stem, instrumental stem. I was correct. That's lame. All right, now we've got that. Let's go ahead and create... Whoop, not what I meant to do. Duplicate these. Delete everything in both of these. And then let's take both of these and put them in here. Make sure they are the same tempo as before, 138. Down an octave. Or sorry, down a key. There we go. Oh, you know what? Instead, I should mute everything in here rather than soloing everything. That would make it a bit easier for me to do that. Why are these at... All of these are at 0. That makes no sense.
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the...
God, I love being able to work with stems. So what I want to do is I want to take... screw you. I hate that you do that. All right, here's what I'm thinking. I want to take this. Whoop. Nope. Just this one. And duplicate this so I could still have the acapella, but without having to worry about it skipping straight into the drop, because we don't want that too soon. So let's see what that sounds like. Let's go ahead and mute these. So much more freedom. Yeah, absolutely. That's how I was able to make the intros for those mixes I never got to make. For 2021 and 2024, where I did all those interplays. Now let's do something kind of cool. Now let's bring these out.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Let's go ahead and take this.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Good stuff. How about you? Maybe. That could work.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Stem separator VST plugin. Yeah, I get you. Until then, I just recommend using this, UVR. TigerSec recommended it to me in a stream one time, and it's been my go-to tool since. It is super good. It's not built in, no, but I think that this is better for it because it allows you for a little bit more control over like what goes where. At least in my opinion. All right, now I gotta... Right, this was one of the tracks I said was an absolute must.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Maybe not this track.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Heard of it? Yes. Heard it? Not yet. I'll listen to it outside of stream. Oh, shoot, I have an idea. Where's my own track? Wait, what's going on in the background here? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that makes sense. So we're gonna need to move this over. All right, now this is where I think having a big build-up would be very helpful. I do have both of those tracks in here. All right, here we go. We're going for it. Does this take us straight to the... Just about, yes. Mean by what? I have said a lot of things. What is this? That's minus 2.5, so let's bring it down to that. If it'll frickin' let me. My goodness. Being difficult already. Wait, what if I were to fake out with duck step? That would be hilarious, but also kind of sick. Starting the mashup concept. I don't... I was asking myself who started the mashup concept. I'm not sure what you mean, unfortunately. Yes. Who's the first guy who made an EDM mashup? Hell if I know. Or a mashup in general? Again, hell if I know. Probably dates back to like when DJ turntables were first being invented. Maybe even further than that. I don't know. I feel like this could have a bit more of an earlier presence. Let's rewind to where we started and see if we can figure something out for this track. Let's keep this track in mind, but let's rewind to what we have so far and see if we can figure something out. Also, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause that. I'll probably fix that transition, but in due time.
Looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. Lost in the music, and I stay in for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning out of sight. Let's go back to the
This track needs a little bit more presence, I think. So let's try that.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Good, there we go.
We stay where the light is up all night just to find it. Can we stay where the light is up all night just to find it?
Here.
We stay where the light is up all night just to find it. Can we stay where the light is up all night just to find it?
Hold on. We need a... What? Nope. We need more of a lead in. So let's have that. Fade in gradually. Isn't Orange Silverwings now? He has a new alias, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it would be sick of a twist to add in recovery here. Yeah, Orange is Silverwings. Yeah, he has a new alias. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. So that lands right on the drop. Okay. Oh, shoot. Fuse, right, fuse. We want to add fuse here for the drop. We're not going to use every single buildup, but like, come on. Like that fake out. Come on, dude. Come on. That would be perfect for this.
1, 2, 3, go!
Wait, how long? That goes until here. How long does the royal blood fake out go? Let's see what happens if I put these two together. Please. And then we start chopping things. Okay. We have an idea. I just need to... It does cut in a little too soon. Yeah, like the... That's a little better. All right, now let's try to figure stuff out here. We'll save Snowblind for a little later, I think. Come back to that a little later. What about Thunderclap? We left that behind. Completely in favor of some of these other tracks. That's loud. I know. It's one of the louder tracks of the whole thing. There we go. All right. Set that for right there, just to have it the ready. And there's also Hands Up, which is also... We're not going to use every single one of these. I was thirsty. What can I say? I'll get water after this. Don't worry. All right, I have ideas. They're forming. The ideas are forming. What I could do is like have Hands Up and a couple other like something more melodic first. Then for a double drop, we have something more like really grisly, like Fuse and Hands Up and maybe Obscurum. Love and Pony Step could be one of the front runners for the melodic one. I don't know what to do with Pantheon just yet. There's a lot you could do with that one. Impressive / Inferno second drop. I do, but it's also really fast. It is literally 158 tempo. Let me actually... It's also C sharp minor, which means I'd have to pitch it up C sharp, D, E flat, E, F. I'd have to pitch it up by 4 in order to get it to the right key, which is not impossible. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what about Underworld? Down in the depths of the underworld. Something like that. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. For like the darker section, I think. Or down 8 if you're feeling spicy. No. There's a difference between being spicy and being muddied. That's a very kind way. It's a very kind way for me to put it. Let's put it that way. Hot? I mean, it is slash inferno. So, you're on the right track with that. Anyways. Alright, take care, Wasim. Good to have you. Yeah, this could be definitely a good contender for the first drop. I'm basically just putting everything into one spot to kind of line it up so I can pick and choose. That's not a song I'm going to use right away. Neither's that. But those are songs I definitely want to have at the ready. How does... Danger might be one of the second drop track contenders.
Well, forget safety. You're shaking hands with danger. You're shaking hands with danger.
Why is that so off? Hang on.
You're hands with danger.
Because it goes... That's why. I gotta fix that. There we go. Danger's second drop, you say. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Let's skip ahead to see what that sounds like. Is it like a middle drop or like a... No, that's just a midsection. How's this go? I don't remember. Rose step lasers?
You're shaking hands with danger.
Maybe for a third drop, I'm thinking. I don't know. Not sure just yet. Hard to say. And how does Obscurum go? Obscurum I'd have to pitch up by... I think I pitched up Obscurum by... Oh, just one. So this one's just straight up like color rhythm in a sense. It's just kind of square 4 with some jumpy rhythms. I mean, for square 4 standards, this is really good. I mean, I still grabbed it. Yeah, what's interesting is that most of like these tracks, I don't remember off the top of my head in terms of how they go. Most of these tracks I have because I grabbed them over an accumulated period of time throughout the year. As far back as January 9th is when I grabbed Duckstep because that's when it got released. And then from there, I just accumulated more and more tracks to add to the list. And they've been on the back burner, so I don't remember them all. So you're getting to hear my second time reaction to some of these in a sense, which is kind of weird to say, but that is kind of what's going on here. There's a lot going on here. There's like 6 things being built up. It's a little ridiculous. I'm gonna hold off on this. I don't need this right away. All right, I'm gonna save Fuse for the actual like double drop. Actually, I just need it for now for the fake out. So maybe instead of here's an idea. Let's cut this and have Royal Blood be the fake out for this section. And then that's when we cut into like the craziness between all the songs that we've got. So we need to move everything over by a little bit. Oh, those chords I could use for dubstep. Oh, see, already, like, because I'm in the mindset of, like, do anything I want to, I'm already in the mindset of, like, whatever I can. Right, I said I was going to use Love and Pony Step for this. And I still stand by that, so... I'm gonna cut that here. What happens if I do that? Okay. Promising. Could work. I just need to... It'll be interesting working with this track. Purely from the sense of this track is all over the place in terms of in terms of its format. It's not like standard 4 on the floor kind of like no, it's like something like that. Yeah, it has moments, sure, but nothing too like standout-ish. I could bring in Snowblind here. That would be kind of sick. I'm going to add a fab filter to this, though, because I want to bring up the highs and the lows a little bit. Not a lot, just like enough to make up for the fact that I'm lowering the pitch by something below 0. I also have an idea that maybe I should also do another one like this. That could help. Yeah, that could help bring the drums out a little bit. I do kind of want to, nah. I did kind of want to have this come in as like the pre-drop, but I feel like that would be overcomplicating things and clash too much with... A little too much, in my opinion. Just a little too much. Could it be cool? Maybe. Do I think it would work in this instance? I don't think so. All right, now we gotta actually like decide on some stuff. I do want those chords. Give me those chords. Out of sight and out of base. What does that sound like, actually? Just out of curiosity. That's kind of funny, actually. Not a bad idea, but I still prefer this. Just because it's the classic sample. That's cool. Distortion. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wait, hold on. I heard a lead in. Do a little. Yeah. That could work. Nope. Wrong way. Something like that. It sucks because there's so many good parts. All right. This song could use some brightness, just a bit. Whoa. Something like that, and then this. Actually, like that. Like that? What does that sound like? Whoop. That's a good sound. I like that. Yeah, that classic sample. I want to have, like, I want to make sure that my own song has a little bit of presence in this. See what that sounds like. All right, you also need some brightness. Not every song needs brightness, but some of them really, really, really need it. All right, we're getting there. I feel like that's just going to be the main role for this drop. Let's just grab that from all of these. At least for now. Maybe I'll add more of them later. Yeah, and then that could be part of the breakdown. Mayhaps. Right, I gotta remember, there's nothing left in there. We're getting somewhere, though. We are getting somewhere. I like this. God, the music never stops. Wait, that could be sick. Sheesh. Hang on. Yes! Oh, we're cooking. This is good. All right, let's... That is way too loud. There's too much going on here. Maybe we don't need this just yet. That we do. Okay, you can't even hear me. I don't need that in there. Feels like too much of a tease to have this in here. Yes, okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This is good. This is good. Thank you, QPS. Is that how you want me to? Is that how you want me to call you? QPS? Again, those classic bro step sounds are so good. It's pronounced QP Soul. Okay, QP Soul. If that's how you prefer, if excuse me, if that's how you prefer for me to pronounce your name, then that's what I'll go with. What if I did that little interjection there? That'd be kind of fun. It's a little bit much. Kind of need to flatten it a little bit. Just a bit more. You can't even hear that. Hey, I don't mind the pronunciation. I just want to know if that's how you prefer it is all. If that's how you prefer it, then that's what I'll go with. QP. I could work with that, or QPS. Or QP Soul. Soul, maybe. I could just call you Soul. The possibilities are endless. What did I do over here? Yeah, I did the same thing. What did I do over here? I gotta turn these down a smidge. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Right, I gotta bring... That's why. Some of the... All right, now we got to make an executive decision here. Oh, hold on. I'm going to hold on to that. What does that sound like leading into the double drop? All right, I'm going to hold on to that for the double drop when I bring in stuff like Hands Up, Fuse, maybe Danger, Thunderclap, Obscurum, stuff like that. That way we can keep some color moving into the double drop. That's what I'm thinking. So we're kind of low on time at this point. We've been streaming for 3 hours, so let's go ahead and listen to what we have so far. And then we'll go ahead and call it a stream. Still need to fix that at some point.
Running away from the past I left behind. Looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. Lost in the music, can I stay in for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight.
so good already. Hi, Valken. We're wrapping things up with a quick little preview of what we got so far. Thank Teminite and Chime for that. Oh, you know what? That could be over here too. I'm gonna save that for later. Good stuff already. All right. Well, that unfortunately is going to have to do it for today. We made a lot of good progress already. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes moving forward. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. This was a blast already. I can't wait to get like deep into the process. Once we're like in the middle of this, we're going to be flowing like crazy on this, and it's going to be a lot more fun hanging out with you guys and doing this. I guarantee you this is going to be like easily some of the most fun that we're going to have on stream. Guarantee you. Because like I said, the start is the trickiest part, because you gotta, I say you gotta, but realistically, it's more that I crave a really good intro. So as long as the intro's really good and it hooks you from the off, you know, I feel like the rest kind of speaks for itself, and you could just kind of get into a flow state, which is what I'm anticipating next stream. And I'm hoping that the next streams from this point on, I say this every time, but I want the next few streams from here on out to be at an earlier time. I'm gonna aim for 11 a.m. PST, 2 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. GMT. That's what I'm hoping to do. That's what I want to do. I want to do that at the very least, maybe noon or something like that. That's what I'm gonna aim for. That'll give us like a better chance of more of us to be able to hang out and stuff like that. And I really think that it would allow for, you know, more enjoyment, because, you know, the earlier you start the day, the more energized you feel. At least I personally feel. But in any case, man, Jade. Don't worry, the VOD will be up so that you can see what you missed. Because there was some good stuff. We got Temanite and Chime's Duck Step. We got Violet Pony's Love and Pony Step. We got my own track from my upcoming album. We got some Virtual Riot remixes. We got Zomboy. We've got some new Skrillex. We've got Temanite and Nasco's Snowblind remix. We've got frickin' Desex from their album. Coming up, we've got Sample Bandit. We've got Barely Alive. Some more Desex, and some more Temanite and Boom Kitty. Already, we've got some really good stuff. Like, you know what? Just for you, I will play just the drop. Just real quick, I will play the drop just for you, just to see what you missed. With some lead in, of course. How about from here? Just for you. Because let's be real. This is awesome.
Shut the bass.
I'm gonna cut it there because that's not what the final version of that drop is gonna sound like. I just let that play out because, God, I love that how that drop turned out. That melodic, like, second half of the drop. Absolutely cinema. Man, wait till you hear the rest of it. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for this stream, and I'm really looking forward to the next one already, because not only did we make a ton of progress, I anticipate that when we come back and we've gotten more into the middle and we get more into a flow state, I reckon that it's gonna be very, very, like, just fun getting through this and, like, doing more and more with it. I really hope we could actually, like, finish this mix this time around, and I could get it out to you guys. That would be a really cool way to come back, I feel, personally. After going so many years without it posting any content. But regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And thank you guys for hanging out and just having a good time with me. Finish. You sly sucker. You waited until the end of the stream so that I can't say, like, all right, stream's over, because it's already over. Oh my gosh. Anywho, thank you guys so much for joining in, and I cannot wait for the next one. Hopefully earlier in the day than this one and, you know, all the previous ones. But regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, this has been a lot of fun. I'll probably work on the mix a little bit off camera so that I can get further along, but I'll catch you up once we get back to the streams. In any case, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.